A 2 million yuan villa burned to ashes, 15 hours without any response from management. Too difficult, protesting workers hang banners from rooftops. Chinese youth are working bizarre jobs. A luxury homestay in Jiangxi turns out to be bug-infested. Chinese graduates seeking overseas employment. A 2 billion yuan villa burned down. No one took care of it for 15 hours. Recently, several cities in China have experienced fires. On the afternoon of July 29th, several people posted videos online showing a tire warehouse in Wuqing district, Tianjin City, catching fire. In the video, thick black smoke and flames soared dozens of meters into the air. Someone commented afterward, "I thought it was just a big black cloud from a distance, but it turned out to be a fire." On the 28th, a residential building opposite a fermented tofu hot pot restaurant in Guiyang City, Guizhou Province, also caught fire. Luckily, the fire was quickly controlled. Additionally, a sudden fire broke out in Jiangyou City, Sichuan Province. People at the scene were unsure of the cause. Recently, Ms. Chen from Xiushui Mountain Villa in Fuyang, Hangzhou, Zhejiang Province, went on an 11-day trip to Tibet with her husband. When they returned home, they found their villa, which they had spent 2 million yuan, about $277,000 on renovating, had caught fire. The property management did nothing to help. According to a report by Shanghai Morning Post, Ms. Chen and her husband left for the trip on June 23rd. Because there were fruits and vegetables in the fridge, they didn't shut off the main power switch but asked the property manager to take extra care after they left. The property manager assured her not to worry. However, when Ms. Chen checked on the surveillance video, she saw that around 7 p.m. on July 1st, a lot of smoke appeared in the house. The fire continued until 9 a.m. the next day. The house was filled with smoke for 10 days, until the afternoon of July 10th. During this entire period, not a single property manager came to help. Ms. Chen said, "When I walked in, the whole house was black. I completely broke down because my house was beautifully decorated. We spent over 2 million on the renovation back in 2011. The fire started in a small room on the first floor. The video showed that the walls of the small room had turned black, and the area where the TV was mounted was severely burned. Fire experts believe the fire might have started because a set-top box fell and ignited a plastic cover on a mahjong table." Ms. Chen confronted the property management, but they said their security patrols every 2 hours and the trees blocked their view of her house, so they didn't see the fire. However, Ms. Chen found their response unbelievable. Such a big fire. Are the patrol security guards blind? Their noses can't be that bad. This means no one was patrolling. The fire started burning at 8 p.m. and continued for 15 hours until morning. If there really were patrols, wouldn't they have noticed? The security booth is right across the street. Ms. Chen felt that the security booth 50 meters from her house was useless, and no one was usually there. She paid over 10,000 yuan annually for property management fees, but the service was irresponsible. In an interview with Zhejiang TV, Ms. Chen said she could take the main responsibility for the incident, but the property management was also at fault. The fire burned for 15 hours without anyone noticing. If the house had been robbed or there had been another emergency, could this property management be relied on? After much coordination, the property management agreed to compensate Ms. Chen 31,000 yuan, about $4,300. From July 29th to the 30th, workers at the Baoli Mold Plastic Products Company in Jingding Town, Zhuhai, Guangdong, protested by hanging banners on the rooftop. "Take a look, everyone. We are from Baoli in Jingding, Zhuhai. The boss is moving the factory but doesn't want to compensate us, so the employees have come to the rooftop. We're still here late at night and no one is paying attention. What can we do? Anyone thinking of coming to this factory, think twice. There's no food, no water, nothing." Afterwards, an informed employee revealed that Baoli Mold Plastic Products decided to relocate the factory from the high-tech zone to Jingwan District, 55 kilometers away. This move would add up to a 3-hour round-trip commute for the employees, causing great inconvenience. However, the company refused to offer any compensation. Therefore, some workers who were willing to move with the factory had no choice but to protest on the rooftop, demanding reasonable compensation from the company. Public information shows that Baoli Mold Plastics product, established in 2001, is a Hong Kong-funded enterprise that specializes in the R&D, design, and production of various plastic products, foam pumps, lotion pumps, and related parts. While workers in Guangdong were protesting, on the 28th, security guards at the Zhangbei Grasslands Music Festival in Zhangjiakou, Hebei, went on strike collectively, shouting slogans like, "Give us our hard-earned money." According to netizens, these security guards were students working during their summer vacation, and the reason for the strike was that the organizers had delayed their wages. In China, not only are the rights of workers not guaranteed, but homeowners face similar issues. On July 29th, hundreds of homeowners on the unfinished Wanda International Movie Metropolis Phase 2 in Changchun, Jilin, launched another protest. They gathered inside and outside China's Merchant Bank's Changchun branch, shouting, "Bank manager, come out." They were protesting the bank's failure to fulfill its loan commitments, which resulted in the project being halted. Earlier this month, homeowners of Wanda International Movie Metropolis Phase 2 had gathered for several days at the Agricultural Bank of China's Changchun branch to protest. On July 29th, construction on the Evergrande Youfu project in Zhaozhuang, Shandong, was halted. Homeowners gathered outside the local government office, repeatedly demanding to see the mayor. However, the police soon arrived and took away 4 homeowners. In the current economic downturn and intense job market competition, the idea of making money during idle time is catching on among young people, leading to some unusual jobs. According to Chinese media, after the second-hand trading platform Xianyu launched a resume feature, people who originally sold second-hand items on the platform started selling their personal skills. The resumes on the platform are quite diverse. Chen Ming from Shihu District, Hangzhou, has a resume filled with numerous tags, such as taking kids to over 70 cities and riding horses, camels, and bull carts. At the bottom of her resume, she lists her skills and charges. Planning parent and child trips, 50 yuan, about $7. Chen Ming explained that she used to work at an educational institution, teaching early childhood education courses. The routine work and low salary prompted her to consider a side job. Meanwhile, services derived from the pet economy remain very popular. Transactions for holiday pet sitting services, such as cat and dog walking, have been increasing yearly. Additionally, pet chiropractic and massage have become new industries, with a 476% increase in searches compared to the previous year. On peak days, there can be over 100 transactions. During the peak travel season, many families need parent-child travel services, creating a new business opportunity for athletes taking kids hiking, with a 350% increase in searches compared to last year. Each service costs around 200 yuan, about $28. In addition to traditional side jobs like software development, fitness training, and crafts painting, young people's creative entrepreneurship is even more eye-catching. Some people sell their ability to find great deals. Others offer psychological healing services for 15 cents. There are also services like emotional intelligence classes, vegetable selection lessons, criminal case consulting, coffee brewing lessons, and even supervisors to hold you accountable for 8 hours. More bizarrely, a course run by an intermediate economist on how companies can unilaterally reduce employee salaries was advertised online, priced at 1,999 yuan, about $277. It also had pricing for 2 or 4 years, but it was quickly condemned by netizens. According to the 2023 Youth Side Job Report released by the Huolang Research Institute, 45% of young people have done side jobs, and more than 50% have considered doing one. Xianyu staff noted that the number of posts seeking side jobs by people born in the 90s and 2000s is countless, and the number of skill service orders has doubled for 2 consecutive years. Outsiders believe that besides showcasing job types and skills, these job posts used relaxed language and humorous expressions, infusing genuine emotions into the words, which is rarely seen in traditional resumes. However, the rise of side jobs also reflects another social phenomenon: the enormous pressure on young people to find employment. Due to economic impacts, most of the 11.8 million college graduates this summer cannot find high-quality jobs, and many are unwilling to take low-quality ones. Additionally, with more manufacturing leaving China, many displaced migrant workers or young people have nowhere to work. Skills they used in factories have become useless. Over time, unemployment could be a severe problem. Factory closures and company layoffs leading to more job seekers than available positions is another major reason for young people being forced into unemployment. Especially after the pandemic, wages are lower, overtime is longer, shifting from 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 6 days a week to 9 a.m. to 9 p.m. 7 days a week, with even worse management. Faced with economic downturns, heavy workloads, high housing prices, marriage and childrearing costs, and high kindergarten and school fees, many young people are reluctantly choosing to lie flat, which is to say, to give up ambition